I'm Susan Kintanar. I'm with the Export-Import Bank of the United States. Where do I come into the picture? The dot connection. John Ordung is our official Exim Bank rep, and he always would assist you in being export ready, making sure that you're compliant with some issues related to exports, find you some foreign buyers, and then when it comes to money, then he approaches me. That is my dot connection. I'm here to talk about money. Money is very important, especially to any business entity. You may have the right talents, you may have the right solutions, you may have the right set of portfolio foreign buyers, but if you don't have money, you're not going anywhere. I'm specifically going to talk about Export-Import Bank of the United States. There are many Export-Import banks all around the world. Export-Import Bank of Pakistan, Export-Import Bank of Brazil, etc. Some have different names, like in Canada, Canada Development Corporation, right? But we all have the same purpose, which is to boost the economy of the United States, of each country. But for us, of course, to boost the economy of the United States by supporting the exports of products and services from the US. First of all, if you're an exporter and you want to borrow money, of course, the bank will be so scared because there are so many different rules, regulations, and practices overseas that they'll be so scared to lend you money, and the only way that they can lend you money if there's a backup or risk mitigation solutions from the government like SBA or Exim Bank. For Exim Bank, we are the federal agency export arm of, and we have been established since 1934. The headquarters is in Washington, D.C., but I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia. Exim Bank seems complicated to you, right? But in actuality, it's not. It's very, very simple. Exim Bank basically only has two products: financing and also credit insurance. When it comes to financing, it's two-pronged. Either financing, supporting the financing of the exporters here in the United States, or supporting the financing of foreign buyers in order for them to afford to buy more from you. We do not lend directly. We lend through our delegated lenders. So it's really, what we do is we provide a guarantee to our delegated lender. So if something goes wrong with the borrower, then Exim Bank comes in to salvage the borrower. On that side, we're going to talk about, in the next few slides, about credit insurance. You probably know of Exim Bank as related to financing, but we are also focused on credit insurance. Credit insurance is to protect you, the exporter, from non-payment of the foreign buyer. So if the foreign buyer, under credit terms, does not pay you, we, Exim Bank, will come in to salvage you. We'll give you the money, and we'll be the one to run after the foreign buyer. That's why we're here to help you increase your international sales. Risk protection is the main purpose of credit insurance. This will also allow you to extend credit terms and venture into different countries that you've never tried before, so that you can sleep better, knowing that if your foreign buyer doesn't pay you, what will happen? Exim Bank will come in and salvage you give you the money, and we'll be the one to run after the foreign buyer. Now, for credit insurance, it can stop right there because that's a standalone product. But if you want to use it for financing, it would increase the level of comfort of the bank to lend against your insured receivables. So, therefore, it's also a financing aid. So now let's go to this side, working capital. Just like SBA, we have our working capital program. When we use the word guarantee, we do not guarantee the transaction. We do not guarantee the exporter. We guarantee our delegated lenders, the ones who are lending on our behalf. Term financing. What is term financing when it comes to foreign buyers? I have explained why we're called export, because of course we focus on export. Why are we called import when we don't even handle imports into our own country? It's because we support the financing of foreign buyers who want to buy products and services from you. This will only work typically in developing countries, because sometimes in Nigeria, the in-country borrowing rate is like what, 24%, or in India, it's like 25%. And the foreign buyer will scratch their head and say, sorry, I can't buy from you, or sorry, I can buy one tractor from you, or not so much lugs from you. So the solution is for you to say, hey, why don't you just borrow from the United States under the support of Exim Bank, and the borrowing rate, depending on the country and the creditworthiness, it will be only 5%. So really big savings. So how do we support you? Well, because of Exim Bank, which is a federal agency, right? We can assist you in financing, borrowing money. We can offer you competitive terms to your foreign buyers because of our credit insurance program, and therefore reducing risk. And we can arrange for foreign buyers financing. But you must be eligible first. The exporter must at least be 3 years with revenue-producing financials. We don't deal with startups. And we need to have a Dun and Bradstreet number. If you don't have one, I'll send you a link so that you can get a free D&B number through us. For working capital, right, we need at least 50% U.S. content. I know it's a challenge to have like a sawmill or, well, for lumber, it's not a challenge. But for machineries, etc., it can be a challenge. Like, for example, this can be made in China, that can be made in India, but we're talking about the overall functionality of the product. Adding U.S. content includes adding engineering, design, labor, overhead, so it's easy to reach that U.S. content. And for and for medium term, by the way, short term is 1 year, medium term is up to 5 years. When it comes to foreign buyers financing, it will be a different U.S. content. It would be 85% U.S. content. Why? Because when it comes to foreign buyers financing, when it gets approved, the foreign buyer is obligated to give you 15% cash down payment, so you can do whatever you need to do to start fulfilling the order. So 100 minus 15 is 85. There are two kinds of financing, right? Those that have inventories, and that would be under working capital guarantee. And if you don't have any inventory, just buy from a supplier and then ship it, then credit insurance is the way to go, or our guarantee program, Or if it's a big project, a government-to-government project, it can be a direct loan from government to government. So I'm just going to skip through this one because, all you have to know is that we are able to help you, and I'm going to the last screen. Here we go. We are able to help you when it comes to you wanting to borrow money from a bank here in the U.S. They certainly will not lend you. It will not lend, okay. It will be a challenge for them to lend you money without the risk mitigation solutions of SBA or Exim Bank. Number 2, we have credit insurance to protect yourselves from non-payment of the foreign buyers, allows you to sleep better. Again, what? Knowing that we will be the one to pay you if your foreign buyer doesn't pay you. And also, we can arrange for foreign buyers financing when it comes to typically term loan, but it's also doable for logs, right? We can arrange for 1 year revolving line of credit to your foreign buyer. Now, we do have a credit insurance broker here, and that's Joe McDonald, because if you want to contact him, he's right over there. Just raise your hand, right? And he's our rep for Exim Bank. Okay, so that's about it. So let me know if we can be of assistance to you.